Hey guys, welcome back to some crypto. It is December 11th, 2021, just about 10 p.m. Eastern time. In today's content, I will talk about BTC and the BTC dominance and what type of price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months going into 2022 and all that good stuff, right? So if you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join the public Telegram group link in the description and all that good stuff. You can also join the Discord public group link in the description or the Discord, premium group, right? So let me check if the sound is good to make sure you guys going to be getting all the good stuff before I get started regarding the BTC dominance. We'll talk about Ethereum also, especially Ethereum on a quarterly basis. It's been nearly, guys, over 8 quarters. Okay, Ethereum been pumping to the upside, right? So are we going to be seeing like a more pump to the upside over the next like a few quarters and all that good stuff? We will talk about all that good stuff, right? So let me know if the sound is good. Hey, what's up, Bible? Thanks a lot for tuning in. We got Mellow Yellow in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. XRP Leather Neck in the house. KAOSFR in the house. All right. So now let's go ahead and start off with a BTC, right? So if you've been following our channel long enough, you guys know we've been pretty spot on regarding the BTC dominance, right? So if you haven't been following the BTC dominance, I'm just going to give you a quick overview regarding what's been going on regarding the BTC dominance over the last few years, right? So as you can see right here, we said exactly September. It is one of the most important month regarding the crypto space, right? Period. Even better than December, right? So back in September 2020, right here, what happened was like we follow the trend line support, right? Started since like August, September 2017. We basically found nice support right around like 57% and pumped all the way up to like 70%. Okay. Most people don't remember, but the BTC dominance back in January 2021, the first week of January 2021, the peak was like nearly over 70%, nearly like 73%. Okay. And we dump all the way down to 30%. In terms of percentage wise, right? We dump nearly 45%. Okay. In like less than 5 6 months. That's pretty impressive, right? So what happened back in May after we dump right here, just about like a 39 and a half, 40%, right? We pumped all the way up to nearly 48, okay, like late July. And back in July, if you guys recall, I was saying like altcoin going to be pumping, BTC going to be pumping, and all that good stuff. BTC was right around like 30K, and we dumped back down to like the September lows. And I was like, okay, guys, it is time for the BTC dominance to get the job done, and basically going to be pushing back up to like a 47, 48, right? And we pumped exactly to our target, nearly 47 and 47 and a half or even higher, right? And after that, right, we're now retesting our 40%, 39 and a half, 40% support area right here. So if we take a look at the price history of BTC, okay, if we even go back to like a 2017, July, August, okay, 2017, right here, we did get a triple bottom, quadruple bottom, whatever you want to call it, okay, before we get the spike up all the way up to a 68, 70% right there, okay. So 68 to a 7%, it is a massive resistance for BTC, for the BTC dominance, right? Are we going to be pushing to the upside? I don't think we're going to be pumping all the way up to like 70% and all that good stuff, because we just talked about how strong Ether is right now, okay? Ether dominance is right now just about like a 22%. We will talk about the Ethereum dominance, right? It is nearly, over like a 21%, 21.5%, right? So if we go back to the BTC price action, what we could expect over the next like a few days is like we could at least retest the 47 to 48%. Okay, 47 to 48%. retest of the resistance level right here could affect altcoin. Okay, it means like either BTC, okay, BTC USD could be dumping, right? And the BTC dominance could be pushing to the upside, and that's going to be a bad news for the alts. For the alt, most of these alt most likely going to be pushing back down, okay, pulling back down much lower to the to the July lows, if BTC going to be breaking out above like a 48% and all that good stuff. So something to keep in mind. We could also see the BTC dominance to break down, but as of now, it doesn't seem like, okay, the BTC dominance will be breaking out below the 35%. It could, okay, it could break out, but with the bullish divergence we got right here on the weekly basis, and by the way, it is the weekly time frame, right? So if you take a look at it in terms of like indicators, it doesn't seem like, okay, uh, you know, the BTC the BTC dominance will be breaking down. We got triple bottom support, and at the same time, we got high lows on our MACD and R side, making a nice bullish divergence. The most probable setup is likely to at least try to retest the mid 40s to 49% range right there, at least, okay, within the next like a few weeks and so on. I don't think we will get there in like in 24 hours or so, right? But it could take time, probably the first quarter of 2022. All right, it could take at least 4 to 8 weeks to get back to above like 48% and all that good stuff, right? So keep an eye on BTC. So now let's take a look at the BTC price action. So when we take a look at the BTC price action right here, let's go ahead and take a look at it on the monthly basis first, okay? So when we take a look at the BTC price action on the monthly basis, it doesn't look that great with the monthly sell-off, right? But the good news for the bulls is like MACD on a monthly basis, it is still pointing up, okay? I mean, pointing down, but it is not negative, okay? Meaning like it is not crossing below our signal line, okay? That's the only good news we got now on a monthly basis, right? We got another one actually, okay? We're still above our monthly 21, right? And MACD, it is still positive, right? So if you're trading BTC on a higher time frame, like you might not be that bearish. You might be like, okay, as long as we're above our monthly 21, we're still okay, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a quarterly basis. The quarterly time frame, okay, we just talked about quarterly time frame regarding Ethereum. If you take a look at Ethereum on a quarterly basis, right there, if you take a look at Ethereum on a quarterly basis, we do not have any business, right, at all, being bearish on Ethereum. Like over the last 8 quarters, if you take a look at like since like January 2020, Ethereum been basically pumping, okay? Ethereum been basically pumping massively to the upside. So we don't have any business being bearish on uh, you know on uh, on Ethereum. But if you take a look at it on BTC right here, we need to basically try to at least hold the 35K support area. Okay, we don't want to be closing the current quarterly cycle bearish. Okay, it'll look very bad if we close the quarterly cycle bearish, right? And if we take a look at BTC on the BLX, right, what we said regarding the quarterly cycle is like we just have to close above 57 on the quarterly cycle. Okay, if we can close above 57 within the next like a few quarters, we could be looking for the next like a fib extension to the upside. If you guys recall our analysis regarding the monthly time frame, right? The quarterly and monthly and all that good stuff regarding the next fib extension, it is going to be all the way up to 1.41 extension at 180. Okay, nearly 180, but we won't get there in 1 quarter. Okay, we have to close above the 1.27 resistance, which is at 57K. All right. So going back to BTC on a quarterly basis doesn't look that bad at all. Okay. We just have to maintain the bullishness and not try to close below like a 42K. Okay. Because we opened this quarter just about like a 43. So closing below 43, 42K will basically, put us in a better position regarding the, next quarter and all that good stuff, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on the 3 weeks basis, right? The 3 weeks basis, what we said regarding the 21 EMA, we said even if we dump down to the 21 EMA, we're most likely going to find a very strong support right here. So cycle will close just about like December 24th, right? So closing above it could be a great sign, okay, in the short term. If we break below it, we know we got our monthly 21 EMA just about like a 37K on average, okay? Right now it is exactly at 36,698, but remember these moving averages, they're going to be changing over time, right? So they're not going to be staying constant because they moving averages, right? So they're going to be averaging out the entire 21 month, okay, including the most recent price. So but the takeaway is like just about like a 37K if we break out below the 21 EMA on a 3 weeks time frame, meaning like the 21 days candle, okay. The reason why we've been using the 3 weeks time frame is like it allows you to basically front run the monthly time frame. And I said it when BTC was at 65K right here, just about like a 54. I was like, if we dump, we could be waiting for the monthly 21, but we're going to front run the monthly 21 by using our 3 weeks time frame, okay. And that's how we basically been staying bullish on BTC when BTC was at 30K right here. What we said was like, guys, just stay bullish. We could retest the monthly 21. Just that time the monthly 21 was at I think 25 26K area, right? But uh, it, you know the risk, okay, of waiting for the monthly 21 EMA was much higher than basically just buying the dips at or below 30K. And if we retest the if we retested the monthly 21, you just add on to your position and look for the next swing to the upside. That's the same thing that happened back in 2018 right there, 2019 right there also. Okay, so we basically repeating the same exact pattern. Okay, same exact pattern. So now let's take a look at BTC on a weekly basis. So when we take a look at BTC on a weekly basis, sometimes I just don't like the monthly 21 because once we go parabolic on the downtrend, okay, we don't tend to respect the the weekly 21 EMA that much, okay. If you guys recall, I said it back then when BTC was at I think 20K right there, and bulls, they've been waiting for what the monthly, the weekly 21 EMA. And what I said back then was like, it is not time to look back. Okay, it is not time to look back because we're going to a 40K to a 44K. Okay, and that's exactly what we did. We pumped all the way up to nearly 43 and a half and all that good stuff. And as you guys know, okay, bulls been saying, okay, we're going to retest the weekly 21, retested the weekly 21 and dump hard. Okay, so now we're back below the weekly 21, and MACD at the same time it is negative, so it is a bearish sign. Okay, it is a bearish sign in the short to medium term. Once again, it doesn't mean like it is a bearish sign on on a quarterly basis and all that good stuff, because monthly, as we said, monthly it is still bullish. Okay, we might never be breaking below the monthly 21 EMA anytime soon. I don't know, okay, but we will see. But if we go back to the weekly, it is basically showing a bearish setup, and at the same time, if I don't say it, most bears gonna be like, man, Send Crypto, what's wrong with you? They're going to be calling for this bearish divergence. Okay, it is there. We can't ignore it. So I just have to give it to the bears. We got a bearish divergence on our MACD and RSI. Okay, on the weekly, because we just crossed negative. If you guys recall, what I was saying right here was like, I'm not going to be bearish right there. Why? Because we're not crossing negative. Okay, we're not crossing negative, right? So we just have to wait till we cross negative in order to say, okay, we bearish on the weekly. And if you guys been following my strategy long enough, you know I don't even follow the weekly time frame that much. I followed what? The 3D time frame. Okay. So, and what we've been saying over the over the last few days, if you guys recall right here, I was like, okay, it's not time to be panicking. However, if we open a, if we open and close a candle below the 3D 21 EMA, it will be time to pack our bags. Okay, it will be time to pack our bags. Okay, it doesn't mean like we will be going down to like a 14K or 10K like the 10K bears or like the circle guys are calling and all that good stuff. It only means the short term, okay, short to medium term time frame will be downward. Okay, and I was pretty clear. I was like, okay, it is not time to be panicking. But once we open and close a candle below the 21 EMA on the 3D and MACD staying negative, it is a sign of a downtrend. Okay, so exactly that's what was happening right now, and now we're facing a short-term downtrend on the 3D. Okay, so we're facing a short-term downtrend on the 3D. So what we need to see for a potential reversal right now, we need to go on a 6-hour basis. Okay, so if we take a look at the 6-hour basis in our premium, I've been saying it over the last few days after the dump, right? What I said was like, okay, if we dump below 52.7, that is it. Okay, no need to be fighting the trend and all that good stuff, because if we dump below it, we just don't know what type of correction we could get below it. So you just got to be ready. That way you won't be staying bullish below 52.7. As you can see right here, after we pump back up to the 21 EMA on our 6-hour, we started basically shorting right there, and again right there. So every single pump, right, was basically a shorting opportunity right there. Okay, regarding the 6-hour 21 EMA. Okay, so now on the 6-hour basis, we're not getting any bullish divergence, right? Even though MACD, it is positive, as you can see right here, we got a nice, a nice MACD, okay? But if we take a look at it in terms of like a divergence, it is not a real divergence, okay? Unless you want to use like Gemini, okay? If you want to use Gemini exchange, let's take a look at it right here. Okay, if you want to use Gemini Exchange, it is a divergence. Okay, so I updated my premium, okay, and I said we got a potential divergence right there on our 6-hour time frame, right? And price action could try, okay, it could try to retest like the 51.7 range, okay, if we got a good volume based on the Gemini Exchange pattern right there. However, if we take a look at it, like let's say on Coinbase or like Binance or any other exchange, right? Any other exchanges, right? You can see like we did not basically, find a good support at 46. So that's why I'm saying like we just have to follow the resistance right here regarding our 21 EMA. If we break out above it, we could basically find a good support somewhere around like a 51 and a half, 52 K area. All right. So in order to find a reversal once again on the 6-hour basis, we will need to basically get something like that over the next like a few weeks. And it could take time. It could take time to get our bullish reversal on our 6-hour basis, 3D basis, right, and weekly time frame. So it could take time. Okay. So I would just stay vigilant over the next like a few weeks and let the let the market do the work for the next like a few weeks. Bears are in control, and we just have to wait and see when at what price level we could be getting a strong bullish reversal, especially on the 3D time frame, right? We will need our MACD on the 3D to flip positive, at least. Okay, the MACD right? At least on the 2D, right, to flip positive. Okay, we're still negative. So the trend, it is still down. Okay, it is still down. Okay, now let's take a look at BTC in terms of Fibonacci, right? So in terms of Fibonacci, I talked about it previously, right? As long as we dump below like a 52.7, what I said exactly was like we most likely going to be dumping down to a 40 to a 44, and that's exactly what happened right here. As long as we dump, I was like, okay, guys, this is it. Okay, we don't have any other choice but to look for these Fibonacci's on the downside, right? So the next Fibonacci on the downside, it is still going to be, guys, right there at 0.618. It is going to be at 402.16. Okay, and I like to front run it. I'm looking for 409.75. Okay, 409.75 going to be the range to look for. It doesn't mean, once again, it is going to be a support level for a reversal. It is going to be a temporary reversal, and we will wait and reevaluate, right? What type of structure we could be getting in this range, all right? If and only if we retest it. We don't even have to retest it. We could find a nice support at 44 and basically just pump back up. But I'm not saying that's what we will get, but just to be ready for the next like a few days or even like a few weeks, we will be looking for a potential or strong support at 40975, right? 40975. If we break below it, we still got 0.7786 at 34.35. Okay, so something to basically keep in mind on a lower degree regarding these Fibonacci's. If you don't care about these Fibonacci's and all that good stuff, just stick to the monthly time frame. The monthly 2-1 EMA, it is just about like a 37 on average. Okay, it could wick down below it and all that good stuff, but I don't think, okay, we will be breaking out massively below the monthly 2-1. Even if we retest 35, 34, it could be like for a maybe a couple of hours or maximum 3 to 5 days, and we get a strong bounce back up. All right, so that's all I wanted to cover regarding BTC. We talk about BTC on a quarterly basis, monthly, 3D, right? 3 weeks, all the way down to the 6 hour 6 hour time frame and all that good stuff, right? So let me go ahead and take a look at the chat room. If you guys have any question regarding BTC, if not, I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Lynn in the house, Ivan in the house, Mustafa so in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in. J Boss, the boss of the chat room in the house. Thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. If you guys don't have any question regarding BTC. And I'm gonna give you guys another update regarding the BTC road to 180K, which is going to be our next Fibonacci. I will talk about it within the next like a few days. I'm gonna give you guys an update. It is a macro update, so it doesn't care about like a BTC dropping 10%, 15%, and all that good stuff. As long as we can respect these Fibonacci's, right? We most likely going to be pumping all the way up to 180, not even like 100K. Okay, 100K we could basically just pump right through it, right? Once we get a strong support, somewhere around like a 40K to a 35K area, if and only if we even get there, right? Because BTC is crazy. So now let's take a look at Ether. So with Ethereum, we're gonna start off with the quarterly cycle, and it is very dangerous right now to be even bearish on the Ether when you take a look at the quarterly cycle, right? So it's been like nearly, guys, not nearly, but it's been like 8 quarters, guys. We've been pumping to the upside. So if you've been trading Ether on on a macro scale, it should be still bullish. Okay, it should be still bullish, right? So Ether on a quarterly basis, I don't see anything bearish. We're still making high highs, right? These candles are pretty big in terms of like a percentage. and we just created a new all-time high this quarter, which is pretty good, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on a monthly basis. On a monthly basis, at the same time, we above the monthly 21 EMA. We got a you know a bearish divergence. Most bears going to be drawing lines right here. Okay, so regarding the Ethereum bearishness on a monthly basis, right? Yes, we can ignore it, so we just have to let it be, right? And just try to acknowledge the bearishness on a monthly basis, right? So monthly 21 EMA for Ether. If you like to trade Ether on a macro scale and you don't care about what's happening on the daily, on the 6 hour, and all that good stuff, monthly 21 EMA going to be the macro support at 2266 right now. Okay, it is at 2266. I don't think we're gonna get there in December, but who knows? So if you like to trade Ether on a macro scale, once again, keep an eye on your monthly 21 EMA in the next like a few months. If BTC is to basically break out below 42, 35, and all that good stuff, you might be looking to get some Ether somewhere around like the monthly 21. It is not a target, it is just a directional move. It could even be like, we could even find support at 3K. Okay, who knows? Okay, but in the short term, something to keep in mind, monthly 21 EMA at 2266. If you guys take a look at it right here, after we dumped from 1400, right, what we did was dump all the way down to the monthly 21. Okay, dump all the way down to the monthly 21, and even got a nice bounce back up. If you guys recall, back in 2018, we dumped all the way down to 350, give or take, and pumped right back up to like nearly over 850. Okay, and dump all the way down to like after that, dump 90% after that, right? But I don't think like we're going to get the same type of price action where we dump like, let's say, down to 2K, pump like to 4K, and dump down like $400. I don't think it's going to be like that. Okay, but we will see, right? So now let's take a look at Ether on the weekly basis. On the weekly basis, MACD most likely going to be turning bearish, right? So bears, once again, going to be drawing lines, right here. So if you guys recall, even on Ether back then, what I was saying right here was like Ether on the weekly, price action, price action still above the 21 EMA, and MACD, it is still not negative. Right there, we basically turning negative. Okay, remember, everything looks great on a quarterly basis, right? It's been like 8 quarters, Ethereum, okay, been like pumping. Okay, so but on the weekly, that's going to be our first bearish sign. Okay, now we negative on our MACD. Price action been making high highs right there, so we created a new all-time high, and MACD could not basically stay bullish. Okay, so that's not a good sign. And on top of that, right, we got a wedge pattern. So this wedge pattern was the big concern, right? So we got a wedge pattern, and we know, in fact, okay, with these wedge patterns, right, price action likes to what? Dump right back down to retest the lows right here. Okay, and if that's the case, bang, okay, bang, we could be looking for this move if and only if we break out. Okay, but that could be on a macro view, like we just said regarding the monthly time frame, right? The monthly 21 EMA, it is just about like a 22. So if we take a look at it in terms of like a weekly, and if we want to respect, okay, once again, guys, I'm not saying we will dump down to these levels, but all I'm saying is just keep an eye on it, right? Keep an eye on it. If we retest these levels, right, it is going to be a nice range to be reaccumulating Ether, because in terms of Fibonacci, not term of Fibonacci, but in terms of Elliott wave, we could be doing something like that. Okay, we've seen it multiple times, this pattern, okay, especially on BTC. Okay, especially on BTC, right? So the bigger macro support for Ether going to be somewhere around here. But once again, it is not going to get there in one go. Still have to respect like a 2850 to 3150. Okay, 2150 to 3850. If we break out below it, we could be looking for a move right here. Okay, the upside target for Ether is still the same right there. For whatever reason, okay, let's say MACD, flips back bullish right here, do something like that, we still have to respect the next upside target up to basically 6,600 right there. Okay, 5756 and 6601, which is going to be 1.27 to 1.41. Let's just make it some round numbers, right? Okay, that's going to be the next resistance, right, for Ether on the upside. Let's say we get a bullish crossover again, okay, and we could avoid the flat macro flat correction. Okay, so we got plenty of time regarding Ether, unless it dumps like straight down to like the macro support right here at the monthly 21. Otherwise, we got plenty of time to trade it down. Okay, so now let's take a look at Ether on the 3D basis. So on the 3D basis, you guys know, once again, I like the 3D. Most of the time, I don't talk about the weekly, right? But whenever we get a bearish MACD, just like on BTC, right? Ether is hard-headed, right? So so doesn't want to break out below the 21 EMA right here. So if we open and close a candle right now, that's our first candle we're opening below the 21 EMA, right? So if we open and close a candle, actually we did open a candle right here, we just push back up. Okay, if we open and close a candle below the 21 EMA right here, that could take us down to like a 3K area. Okay, that could take us down to the 3K area, and if you take a look at it, it could be a nice 30%, let's say 25 to a 30% drop. Okay, so we need to get back above the 21 EMA, because as I said, everything is looking good on the quarterly. We shouldn't even be bearish on Ether by looking at the quarterly cycle. Okay, we should be like, okay, everything looks good on the quarterly, so why we should be even be bearish on the 3D. But the quarterly cycle cannot be bearish unless like the 3D time frame is bearish. So that's why we're just paying attention to the 3D time frame. Okay, and MACD, once again, it is negative. In order to go all the way up to like a 57, we need the MACD to flip positive again. Okay, we need the MACD to flip positive. So just to cut it short regarding Ether, macro scale, quarterly, monthly. Actually, quarterly is looking good. Monthly is printing a bearish pattern. Weekly is printing a bearish pattern. The 3D time frame, it is 70% bearish, right? Price action below the 3D 21. MACD is negative. I would say 80%, but you never know with these bulls. Okay, I would just say like a 70% bearish till we get back above the 21 EMA and MACD flips positive, and we could be like a 70% bullish and could be going all the way up to 57. So I think it is pretty fair, right, in terms of like both bullish and bearish analysis, depending on what you're looking at, right, regarding Ether. What about XTZ? XTZ, it is still looking good, man. We're back to the monthly 21. We just hit the monthly 21 somewhere around like a 3.7. So let's see. We will talk about the XTZ, right? Hey, what's up, Majid? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Ding along, thanks a lot for tuning in. 46, 47, Zebra, fantastic. Thanks a lot, man. All right, so we're done with Ether. You guys know exactly what to look for and all that good stuff. I just don't have time to go through the hourly time frame and all that good stuff because uh, we're going to get a lot of noise on the hourly. Most of the time, I don't trade anything less than 6 hours. Sometimes I take a look at the hourly, when we basically trading the Zeus method. So if you in our premium, you know exactly what's the Zeus method and how to basically take advantage of these short-term pullbacks and short most of these suckers at the hourly 100 EMA. So very profitable trading method, and people are liking it, they enjoying it. Bang bang bang, once we hit our 1 hour 21 EMA, sometime 1 hour 100 EMA, take a short, nice, 1.5 to 3% scalp and all that good stuff, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at Tezos, right? I'm going to take a look at the chat room. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to put it in the chat room so we can get a nice and short. Is good. If not, I think we are having I think the connection is down. I'm just gonna call it a day. I think like the connection is yeah, I think we're having problem with the connection. Let me see if I can fix it really quick. All right. The sound is back. Okay, sound is back. So no sound. The sound is back. Okay, so what I was saying regarding Tezos is like, we just about the monthly 21. If we retest the 50D 21 right around like a $3, it is still going to be a good level for the bulls to be reaccumulated right here. Not financial advice, but it is my own personal opinion. And I think once we break out above the $6, $7 range, boy, it could be flying like a BNB. Like if you guys recall when BNB was at $30 last year, similar structure to Tezos. Okay, I was like, okay, both BNB and Tezos got the same exact structure. So Tezos, we just needed to break out above like a 7.5, if you guys recall. And BNB, I was like, if we break out above $30, bang, okay, it is going to be air all the way up to like a $600. Okay, so if you guys recall regarding the BNB call, okay, if you are in our premium or even in the Telegram public group, right? So hopefully yes, you guys get it right now. Okay, sorry for the sound. I think like I muted it when I was trying to figure out what was going on. Say everything again. Okay, I just said everything. Okay, all right, regarding Tezos, right? So monthly 21 EMA, it is right around 3.7, but 50D 21, it is at 2.8. Okay, so we got a massive support, guys, for Tezos right here. Okay, we got a massive support in this range. Uh, Thanks a lot, Baibu. I wasn't reading the chat room. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at we got 43 minutes, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at ICX. Someone asked about ICX. Let's take a look at ICX BTC. So ICX BTC is still moving sideways, even on a monthly basis, right? We're still facing a big resistance regarding the monthly 21 EMA, just like XRP USDT. Okay, remember guys, when XRP USDT was facing like a big resistance, at or below the monthly 21 EMA back in 2019, 2020, what I was saying was like once we break out above the monthly 21 EMA, XRP will go crazy. Okay, and that's exactly what happened. After we broke out above the monthly 21. So when we take a look at Tezos, we basically facing a similar similar structure. So we could still be relying on our not Tezos but ICX. Okay, we could still rely on the 1400 sats macro support on a monthly basis. Okay, until we basically break out above the monthly 21. We know exactly the resistance. Okay, it is going to be at 9,000 to 11,000. 11,000 sats, right? So now let's take a look at it on the weekly. Weekly doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Okay, now weekly doesn't look good. We just crossed negative again. We just crossed negative on the weekly. So if you're following ICX, right? If we break out below the support area right here in the short term, just about like a 2200 sats, and the BTC dominance, as we just said, the BTC dominance could be spiking above like a 45, 47 percent range. We could see ICX, okay, retracing down to the macro support at 1400. Okay, 1400 sats for ICX, it is still going to be a steal. I said it when ICX dumped all the way down to 1400 sats. I said it, guys. I told you our last pump back in 2020, early 2020, we started the pump right at 1400 sats. Okay, so right here 2021, similar move. Okay, 2022, could we start a pump from 1400 sats all the way up to 10,000? Possibly. Okay, it could be a gigantic macro triple bottom if we basically retest the 1400 sats, right? So but let's see over the next like a few weeks what we could get, right, regarding ICX, right? So ICX is nonsense, says Mr. Dingling Dong. Dingling Dong. All right, I think this is it, guys. So we talked about BTC, Ethereum, ICX, and Tezos. Thanks a lot for tuning in. If you're new to our content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join Send Crypto Premium for these macro analysis, make sure to check out the Discord premium group, link in the description also. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching.